Have you ever used psychometric profiling in your business? Is it something that you've looked into for yourself so that you understand your personal characteristics and your communication and decision-making style? Or is this something that sounds like complete gobbledygook to you? This week, I want to give you a really serious whistle-stop tour into the joys of psychometric profiling. Now, the first thing to say is that there is no perfect personality when it comes to running a business. And when you look at the different types of personalities that we all have, there is no right or wrong style. There's no one perfect style for one job and one terrible style for another job. The beauty is in understanding that we are all different, but actually we can all work incredibly well together if we understand those differences and understand how to make them more of a compatibility than a conflict. So the psychometric profiling tool that I use regularly with my clients is something that is called DISC. You might have heard of DISC, you might have heard of things like the Myers-Briggs Index. There is insights profiling, there's colour profiling, there's lots and lots of different ones. For me, I actually really like DISC because I think it's one of the most straightforward ones. So I'm going to try and give you a little snapshot of it today to give you a glimmer about how it could actually help you to understand yourself, your team, and potentially your customers and or your prospects, so that all of you can work in harmony together. And if you can work this out with your prospects, you're also far more likely to gain lots of wonderful new customers as a result. So what should we think about? Typically speaking, people tend to be more drawn to working with people or focusing on a task. So when you think about the people that you work with regularly, be that team members, I mean, you could actually apply this to your partners, but that can be a bit tricky, so be careful there. But think about team members, think about suppliers, think about customers, think about prospects. You might actually want to think about somebody specific in your mind as I talk through this, and that will simplify things for you a little bit, I think. But think about the nature of conversation you have with people, and does their focus naturally go to the specifics of a task, to the steps, the project, the process, or do they tend to be more focused about who's involved and who's going to do what and how this will impact different people and who they will need to talk to? So that one is more focused on people, and the one over here that is thinking about steps and processes is more focused around the task. If you can identify that, then the point is you know where to focus. You know that this person is motivated by focusing on people, this person is motivated by focusing on the task. So if you can match that, you will get a far more harmonious result with them. Now, the other crucial thing to think about is how much detail does somebody want from you? Because if you get a mismatch in your detail, this is often where somebody who seems like an amazing prospect can just suddenly go really cold and you lose them and really don't understand why. So if you talk to somebody who's very fast-paced, straight to the point, very results focused, but you can see really quickly that the detail kind of switches them off. If you're somebody that's naturally very detail focused and you continue to talk to that person about lots of detail, they will basically just get very bored. They will disengage, and if they were considering becoming a customer, they'll probably change their mind. So think about matching the level of detail that you're going into with somebody else's desire for detail. Some people will want loads from you and that will inform their decisions. Other people just want really high level and then they're good to go. So see if you can match those things. And then really think about what is someone's decision-making style. So in principle, we've got three key elements of decision-making. Is somebody a talker? Are they somebody who just naturally wants to talk everything through? They love brainstorming, they love bouncing ideas off people. I'm a talking decision maker. I find it quite hard to make a decision if I'm just sitting with facts and figures and paper. But if I bounce the ideas off somebody and I hear the conversation, it becomes really clear and obvious to me. So does somebody want to talk it all through and do that bouncing off? Are they somebody who actually would much prefer to have some detail and a report and to go away and reflect on that? Do they like time to sit down and go through the nitty themselves and really get into that level of detail? And are they somebody who wants to have time to reflect? This is probably one of the biggest losses of new business I see, is that those customers that say to you, it all sounds amazing, but I just need some time to think about it. The S profile of the DISC, they are somebody who absolutely needs time to think. They will almost never make a decision without that time to think. But if you don't recognise that they're an S profile, it's very easy to think, they don't want it, they don't like it, it's too expensive, they don't like me, they've changed their mind. Whereas actually, they just want some time and they do need a little nudge from you, and then they'll be ready to come and work with you. So that's a really whistle-stop tour into the beauty of DISC profiling. It is such juicy stuff that can make a massive difference to how well you work with your team and how well you work with your clients and how easily you attract new prospects. So if you'd like to find out a little bit more, if you'd like to get a DISC profile done for yourself or for your team, I can do all of that. So just get in touch and let's have a chat.